See, Vanessa, what I like to do in order to, to get people's attention, because most of the time everybody's busy, everybody's running around, everybody got shit to do. But I'm like, stop. And they usually keep scrolling, but it gives me my morning exercise and it infuses the show with energy. Welcome.
Thank you. I love it. I love energy in the morning.
Exactly. Now, I just wanted to be clear. You're wearing red. I'm up in the blue zone. We're uniting the clans today. I'm in Los Angeles. You're in. I'm in
Austin.
California,
Yeah.
and you're in Texas. You're in Austin. I'm in Los Angeles, and we're having another wonderful segment. Listen, I couldn't wait to get your website up on screen, which is why which is why I have it when we started. Vanessa is here, and she's going to talk about her morning routine because as I got to know her, it's pretty ridiculous. Vanessa, first questions first. How long have you been a slave to coffee?
Oh man. It's funny. I remember having coffee for the first time in elementary school. I snuck from my dad's. And I remember going to school and I felt crazy. Like I was all hyped up and I remember thinking like, oh, I did something bad because they always said
Mm.
like, no, no, no. But I just snuck it and it was so good because I know my dad puts like 2 cups of sugar in his. And that was my first like shot of it. But I think it wasn't till I want to say college. I went to college at Texas State University when I was 20, 19, 20. And that was my first time out of the house. And that's when I started coffee every day.
No, it's funny as a because there's a close relationship for whatever reason between coffee and cigarettes in my mind. So I can see yourself as a kid drinking coffee might have felt like smoking cigarettes. Like, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
it's like, oh, you get caught drinking coffee, go in the closet and eat the whole bag. Or those weird punishments people used to give to kids if they were smoking, like smoke the whole pack.
Got to drink the whole pot. Yeah.
Coffee, drink it. I was like, no, it's not that serious. It's not, but it's a real addiction. And you got started on yours when you were in college, and now what? A couple cups every day is what's the flow.
Yeah, I feel I used to be like, oh, only 1 cup, and I felt good about that. But now in my 30s, I'm like, dang, I need a second cup. I'm getting there. And I'm like,
You have a legit,
that's
yeah,
okay.
you have a legit routine every morning, right?
Yeah, I make a pot and now it's oh there goes my dog Bugs. Um yeah,
Bugs.
Bugs. My boyfriend, it's funny, he didn't drink coffee, but now I'm like influencing him because he'll smell it and he's like, ooh, that smells good. I'll have a little. And I'm like, well, I gotta make more because I need my certain amount. You know?
Now, when you make your coffee, it gives you some time to go
Mhm.
about some other business to handle your daily chores. I understand you're a recent convert to making your bed every morning. What's that about?
Yeah, well, yeah, like growing up, I never made my bed. My mom always did that. It always seemed like, when you're a kid or you live with your parents, it's like magic, right? Everything gets done. And you're like, this is awesome. But even when I moved away to college, I never like my place was always messy and all. But it wasn't until I met my boyfriend a little over 6 years ago where he would be like, all right, we're making the bed. And I was like, what? Why? We gotta go. Like, we're and he's like, no, come on. Like, so you come home and it's nice. So now I make the bed every morning. That's part of my morning routine. But first I start the coffee and like the coffee's like my timer. Like once the
Gotcha.
coffee's done, everything has to be done. Um
So that leads me to believe that you make a bed, and it actually looks worse after you
yeah,
make the bed.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
I
why
do
are four pillows on my side and no pillows on the other side?
yes, exactly.
But
I
your
I
day's off to a better start because you have your bed made.
yeah, yeah, I do it real quick and he definitely takes more time and does tucks it in and all, but I'm just like, well, I tried.
Yeah, it's like who hurt him? You know, like
Right.
did he go to the military? Like boarding school? Was he a badass kid or what?
No, no, he's like similar backgrounds to me where I'm like, yeah, who made you like this?
Okay, now I searched the internet. I typed in your name, hashtag Vanessa, and people are talking shit about your choice here. Where you weigh in on the debate between oatmeal versus cream of wheat. Tell the people where you land on this.
Well, I'm team oatmeal, but I said I'm not mad at cream of wheat. Like if it's there, I'm gonna have it. I'm not gonna say no. But yeah, I definitely prefer oatmeal and I like to fancy it up. Like, I mean, it's just the microwave packet, the instant
Hmm.
stuff. I've tried before the can and all, and I'm like, nah, I never make it good if it's like from scratch.
Sure.
So,
No. Wait. How do you from scratch? Like you go out to the field and
yeah,
you're shucking the oats or whatever the fuck is going on.
yeah, I
I
never,
don't even know where that comes from.
yeah.
Uh, Wait. So what does it mean to fancy up your $1 oatmeal? I have to know.
I put banana in it, blueberries, strawberries, if I have them around. I think that makes it fancy. Maybe a little cinnamon on top.
Oh, there you go. You're kind of like the guy who puts the egg in the cup of noodles. It's like, oh, someone went to cordon bleu. Oh, someone
Right.
dropped out. Slow your roll. Okay, but you say you're not mad at cream of wheat. That's funny because I'm actually very mad at cream of wheat. Um,
Oh no.
every time I get a chance to cook it, it's temperamental. It's either too runny, it's either too viscous. I'm adding milk to save the day. I'm fucking draining water. Uh, if I go away to make my bed, by the time I come back, I'm looking at a shoe inside of the pot. So
Yes.
I'm with you. I'm team oatmeal myself.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. I don't think I've made cream of wheat, but it's been a long time. But I think it's because yeah, it's all about the timing. You can't be doing anything else.
No. Now, I will say, as much as I love oatmeal, that have you ever had that peaches and cream? My grandmother used to buy, maybe to punish us. That shit's big trash. You have an opinion on the peaches and cream oatmeal?
I like it.
Oh,
I
because
like
you're fancy. You like the fruits.
Yeah, I like the fruits. Or yeah, they'll have a whole box of like peaches and cream, strawberries and cream, all that. I've had it, and the only reason I'm not gonna lie, I got that box because it was cheaper than the like regular one. So, but I think because nobody likes it, that's why they
Well,
they lowered the price. So I was like, I'll get it.
well, I'll tell you the reason they like the others, and I'm going to tell you right now the best flavor is the cinnamon and brown sugar. But when it comes down to the brown sugar versus the man sugar, or white sugar, as they call it, where do you land? I'm curious.
Well, I do like the brown sugar oatmeal, yes. But I feel like white sugar just gives me I think it's because I had it when I was little and my dad's coffee and it changed my life. Um yeah, I know. Does that make me a traitor?
I'm
Sorry. I
afraid
like
so.
white sugar.
Well, and now that has me concerned about how you're going to answer this question: donuts versus pan dulce.
I I'm I also prefer donut. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. My favorite to have with coffee is a chocolate glazed donut. It's
Mm.
so good. But I do love pan dulce, and my favorite pan dulce right now, I think I go through stages. Like I used to love the marranitos, which are still good, but now I love the piña empanada. Any fruit filled empanada, I'm about.
Yeah, when you look at the way, I'm just thinking about this now, the way that we treat the donut versus the way we treat the pan dulce. Like when you go into a panaderia, and forgive me if I'm mispronouncing this because I don't speak Spanish, they give you the fucking 30-foot tongs, and they're like, hey, buddy, go in there and breathe on everything. Touch a few. You don't have to take it. Just,
No.
I don't know, 4, 6, 13. Just fill in the bag and pay for it later. With the donut, though, it's like fucking bulletproof glass. I'm like, that one. This one? No, that one.
Yeah.
This one? No. And then I don't know any of the names. I don't think most people. Vanessa, can you name 3 donuts?
No, I mean, I know there's the glazed, chocolate glazed, and then twisties.
I'm
I
gonna
call
count all that as one. I'm gonna
yeah,
count that as one.
yeah, but you're so right. I feel like yeah, at the panaderia, I can't say it either. But yeah, you have more free will. But at the donut shop, they're like, we don't trust y'all with anything.
Yeah, keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Now I have to ask you. I've seen many a fight at a donut shop for this very reason. I was like, "You wanted this one? No, I was pointing at that one, and no, you were pointing at this one." So fights in the morning, fights around donuts, fights around pan dulce, and most importantly, fights around cereal. And I have to ask you your opinion on this matter in a fight. Who do you
Mhm.
have, Tony the Tiger or Captain Crunch?
Well, flavor wise, I'm Team Captain Crunch all the way. I have Captain Crunch. And you know what? In a fight, like a physical fight, I think Captain Crunch would win anyway because he's probably got guns and a whole squad. And like Tony's always just playing soccer or whatever.
Yeah, Tony's really athletic. He has a lot of leisure time.
Right.
Um, but that's because when you're a king of the jungle, the other animals are doing the work for you. So he's gonna have some spare time. One thing he is adept at, by the way, is chewing, scratching, clawing, eating. So I don't know what Captain has in that treasure chest of his, but it better have several fucking magazines involved.
Can I ask you though, do you like your frosted flakes soggy or do you like them crunchy?
Ugh,
Cuz
this is real.
that's where people split. Cuz my mom and my boyfriend will let it sit to get soggy and then they eat it and I'm like, "No. I need the crunch. I got to eat it all the way."
That's really, I'll tell you that I do like it crunchy, but I do appreciate the sogginess. It's kind of like a good cup of coffee, frankly. A really fine cup of coffee will actually change in the flavor profile as it cools, and arguably get sweeter. So, hats off to those who like to mush their cereal around in milk.
Yeah, to let it chill. Yeah.
I don't entirely understand it, but people are strange. Now I understand maybe your birthday's tomorrow? Or is that the name of your comedy album? Tell me what's going on here.
That's the name of my comedy album. There's a joke on there. I used to be a preschool teacher, and I had this little kid in my class who would always say, "My birthday's tomorrow," but his birthday was never tomorrow. I mean, one day it was, but so there's a bit on there about that, and that's why I loved it, and I love just living life like that, like every day telling people, like, "Oh, by the way, my birthday's tomorrow."
No, wait, tell me more about this bit. Now I'm intrigued. So,
Yeah.
what was wrong with this kid?
Well, I think he just focused on the positives of
Mm-hmm.
life. And the bit is about this one other kid being sad about, like, she realized that we're all going to die one day. And I didn't know what to tell her. She was 3. And she was talking about, the world getting too hot and people are using too many fossil fuels. And I was like, dang, I don't know. We got the AC on. It's fine. We're cool. But luckily, this kid chimed in and was like, "We're not gonna die. My birthday's tomorrow." And I said, "There you go.
Hey,
Perfect answer."
love it. Now, we can check out what you're up to on your site, vanessacomedy.com.
Yeah.
And what do you have going on right now? You have a couple ways for us to catch you online. Is that right?
Yeah, every Thursday at 9 p.m. Central, I stream with a group called Master Pancake Theater on Twitch. If you want to check it out, we mock TV shows that are based in Texas but are not not shot in Texas. Clearly, they're all shot in LA, but they say they're in Austin or wherever. So we like to make fun of those. And yeah, last night we did Wheel of Fortune, played some games, so it was fun.
Um, I don't know if shit. I don't know if that my phone rang. I don't know if that interrupted the audio or not. I wasn't gonna pretend it didn't happen, but we're keeping it 150 right here. It happened.
It happened. I heard it. I heard myself.
You heard my phone ring?
No, I
Oh, you heard yourself.
yeah, I didn't hear your phone.
We're good. Vanessa, now there's one thing we like to do here. Some people think it takes it by